Hey Randy, this is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing. Spoke to your partner on the phone yesterday and promised you guys this video. I know you guys are super busy, so I'll keep it brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more business customers to your business. Because I know when you're busy and you're working on your business, you don't necessarily have time to understand how the internet can really work for you and benefit your company. So as you can see here, I have your website pulled up. And it's a great website with a lot of really beautiful pictures. I love the pictures of your interior, and the About You section is really a great addition. But what I will say, my first thing that I want to talk to you about, which is really important if you want to optimize your presence with Google, is thinking about the amount of content that you have. Your home page does not have any content, and Google really likes to see at least 1,500 words on the home page, and you guys only have a few words. And content is king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google likes to see high quantity, but they also want to see high quality. You want your business to show up on page 1 when your customers are searching for you on Google. So you want to make sure that you're having that high content, but you also want to optimize what words you're including in your content throughout your site. So this is a tool I use called Ahrefs. I've put in your site's website here, and it gives me kind of a dashboard of your online presence. And if we pull it up here, you're not getting any traffic to your website right now, and these tips and tricks can help you change that. But if you look in this section here about what keywords you are ranking for, you're ranking for things like your business name. Florida Upholstery Trim is a good one. It's getting a search volume of 10, but you're on the middle of the third page for this, so you're not reaching that content. This auto trim here has quite a bit of search volume, and you're ranking on page 8 or so. But again, this is not a buyer intent keyword, so it's not too critical. These things like Florida upholstery, auto upholstery, and trim are buyer intent keywords. So even though it's a lower search volume, you really want to show up for that, and you're showing up on page 3. So you want to think about what keywords you're using. So my first tip for you would to be to increase the content that you have on here to at least 1,500 words, if not more, and use some of those buyer intent keywords, because this is a great way for your customers to come to you, right? So think about that. And when you think about keywords, I just want to show you an example that I have. This is something that I pulled up, color upholstery in this region of Florida, which is really close by to you guys. This has a search volume of 60 searches a month, which is about a little over 700 searches a year that you're missing out on. And as you can see here, you're not showing up in the top 3 here. And when somebody puts in a search term, there's 3 critical things you want to think about in this search area. First is Google Ads, which come up at the top here, and there's no Google Ads in this respect, but Google Ads are a great way to get quick traffic right at the top, because a lot of people will just click the first thing they see. But you got to be careful about that. If you don't do it right, it can be a money pit and not effective. The second area here is the map pack, which is the top 3 that Google has confidence in putting them at this top area. And this pulls about 40% of all the traffic. So that's a good amount, and you want to consider thinking about getting there. But one of the key factors into getting into this top 3 area is thinking about your Google profile. Your business profile is what I have pulled up here, and you can see on the side, this is what they call the Google profile. It's your name, address, and phone number, what we call the NAP. And there's a few things that you can do to optimize this. One, have a lot of Google reviews. I see you have 37 here, which is great, and a 5-star review, so you know you're doing great work over there, and we want to get you seen by more customers. So that's wonderful. But you want to have consistency. You want to have a large footprint across the web. So when you think about your website, your Google profile, if you're on Yelp, and other areas like that, you want to make sure that your Facebook, your Yelp, your website, your Google profile all have a matching exact name, address, and phone number, because Google wants to feel confident that no matter what platform somebody's searching for you on, there's consistency. The third thing I'll say about Google profiles is thinking about the pictures that you have. So on your website, you have a lot of pictures. In your profile, you have pictures. Consider saving those as keywords. So the search terms that people are searching for example, putting in this keyword of car upholstery in Honolulu, Florida, you want to put that into, save it as your picture. And when Google crawls your website, it's going to pick those up and get you in front of them. And then you can also use geotags when you're tagging your pictures, and that shows up where you're doing the work in the maps. By doing this, Google can see what type of work you're doing using those keywords and where you're doing it by using those geotags. So when people are searching for similar things, your company is going to come up. Now, the third thing I want to cover, again, if you're thinking about how do you get in this top 3 here, or how do you get into this organic search down here, is thinking about your company's online reputation or your company's site authority. And this is really kind of thinking about those, if you want to get in number 1 for those types of search terms, you want to think about your online reputation. And a lot of that comes from this area here, looking at your referring domains and backlinks. You currently only have 4 referring domains that are pushing 11 backlinks to your website, which is giving you not any strength at all here. Typically, we want to see a UR number here that's at least 20, if not 30 or 40, and you want to see a 1-for-1 ratio here. So you don't have an online presence at all right now. You do have 2 of these referring domains that are really the strength of it, so not quite enough to get you start ranking from a strength perspective. And again, if I just use this search term here that's getting 720 searches a year, and pull out one of your top competitors here, Samuel's Auto Upholstery. Here's their website. Still good visuals as well, and looking sleek. They have a little bit more content than you, but if you did some upgrades to your website and added 1,500 plus words, you could outrank them from that perspective. And when I put this company in my tool here, you can also see that they don't have a lot going on. So even though they're number 1 in this search term here, if you wanted to be intentional, you could easily outrank them because they only have 1 referring domain that's pushing backlinks here. And as you can see, it is a powerful domain because it's down here, but you want to think about trying to go ahead and take that top spot, because right now they're not doing very much to be there, and they're capitalizing on that traffic of 700 plus people a year. So think about those 3 things. Like I said, you want to think about the content on your page and adding quality and quantity words. You want to think about your what we call citations and your name, address, and phone number being in multiple locations across the web consistently. And then you want to think about the strength of your website by building up your backlinks. And these are the tips I have for you. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. You can either go with this information I provided you and do it all yourself. That's absolutely fine. However, if you want to be more effective and want to save yourself some time and keep working on your core business, you can give me a call and set up a time to chat. Once again, my name is Becky Leana with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information is in the email. I hope you find this valuable, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.